Hello, I'm going to do a Capricorn love reading, and this is a timeless reading, so this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. Also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we're going to pull some cards from the Whispers of Love, Romance Angels, and Romance cards. We're going to pull some cards from here, then we're going to get some tarot, some clarifiers, and see what's going on and see who needs to hear a message. All right, I feel like those two. Let me move this back. There. I don't want the table shaking to affect the camera. There you go. All right. Whispers of Love. Kind of feel like this one. Oh, we got two from that. Two. And then let's get something from the Romance. I like these cards, but I really wish they were square, rectangular. These are really hard to shuffle. Like, it's cool that they're a heart, but they're really annoying to shuffle. I'm feeling that one. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And then we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So it could be that you need to have a conversation with somebody, and it's like making that effort to have that conversation with your partner. Making that effort to work a situation out, because obviously if you're having to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, that there is something on your mind, there is something that you want to talk to them about. Whatever that may be or representing for you, instead of keeping that inside and having that build and that frustration happen, it's about having those heart-to-heart conversations and at least getting the ball rolling, you know what I mean? At least getting that conversation started, that important conversation started. All right, we have focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. And then we have turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. So I feel like it's maybe going back to the beginning of when the two of you had that, you know, your heart light was on, that you were feeling love, that you were feeling that connection. And maybe it's gotten to that point, maybe right now in your relationship, where you're not feeling that spark, you're not feeling that connection, you're not feeling that energy. And sometimes when you see other people with that, you're like, oh, well, what happened to us? You know, how come we're not feeling that way? How come we're not doing that anymore? And is that partly you need to make the effort, right? Or is there a conversation that you need to have with that person and just say, hey, with your partner, and say, hey, you know, kind of what happened? We used to focus on love. We used to, you know, have that connection. We used to hold hands. We used to be laughing and giggling and, you know, having all that fun. What happened? Why have we grown apart? And what can we do to get ourselves back on track? Perfect playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer, okay? Having fun together and those lighthearted moments, because I keep focusing on these two kids, how they're so cute and it's so innocent, you know what I mean? Like they don't have all of this baggage that they're carrying around with them, that they're just enjoying this moment and having fun and being lighthearted. And maybe that's about you and your relationship and you getting back to that. All right, so let's get some tarot. You have to make the effort. Like, you can't, any type of relationship is difficult. If it's a friendship, partnership, whatever relationship that you have with anyone, you have to make the effort. You can't put that on the other person. You can't sit back and wait for that person to always come to you, because that person will get tired of that and they will feel like you are not reciprocating that. And if you're feeling like something is lacking or missing, it's take that time to yourself to figure that out, and then to have that conversation. Figure that out. Figure out what are those things that you feel are lacking. If you have to have a heart-to-heart conversation, what is that about? And making sure that you're clear on what it is that you want to talk about. We have the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new start, a new fire between the two of you. Playfulness, okay? Getting that playfulness back. Moving on from things that are holding you back in a relationship to smoother waters. Right now, maybe the waters are choppy between the two of you. Making that decision, what do I want to do? Do I want to stay where I am right now? Or am I feeling this emptiness? Am I feeling this disconnect? Do I want more in this relationship? And what are those things that I can do to move this relationship forward, okay? King of Wands. We have the King and then we have the Queen of Wands. So it's what are those things that you can do individually, and what are those things that you can do together to work on this relationship, to bring this relationship to a stronger connection, making that effort, okay? Getting that fire back, getting that passion back, having that fun and that playfulness, getting out of the choppy waters, right? Focusing on love, because that's what the two of you have, is that love, right? This says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, but I feel like you need to take that time to really figure out how you're feeling, okay? How are you really feeling? And making sure you're clear with what you're saying, okay? That you're clear about it. We have the Hanged Man. So that is about looking at things from a different perspective, and that's what I was saying, is about what is that energy that you're putting in there? What is that effort that are you making the effort? And kind of looking at it, okay, how much effort are you putting in? Are you expecting the other person to always put that effort in? But what are you putting in? And that effort that you do put in, is that positive? Is that negative? Is it nagging? Is it badgering? Is it, throwing negative things out there? Or is it positive? Is it reinforcing? Is it saying thank you? Is it, that positive? Sometimes we do have to have difficult conversations, but it's also that you have to have the positive ones too. We have the Death card, so that could represent Scorpio. We have Aries. The Death card, it could be that, are you holding on to something? Is there something that happened between the two of you that is really bothering you, that you haven't come to terms with, and that maybe you've said, yeah, I'm over it, but really you're not, and it's still bothering you? And is that what you have to figure out, what's bothering you, and then discuss that with your partner and figure out, how can you get past this? How do you move past this? And maybe looking at the fact, well, yeah, I'm still hanging on to that, but why are you hanging on to that? Is there something deep down that's really bothering you, or are you just holding on to it just to hold on to that nugget, so that if your partner says something to you, you can throw that back in their face? And that's not what you should be doing, because that's going to create a wedge between the two of you, and that's what's taking away that playfulness and that focusing on love. Is that not saving that ammunition to throw at somebody, if they irritate you, because that's not how it's supposed to be. And looking at, are you holding on to something, and should you really be letting go of that so that you can transform within this relationship and become closer? Look at that Sun card. Sun card, being happy that you're in calmer waters, okay? Feeling happy, feeling bright, feeling sunny, focusing on love, having that new start within this relationship, kind of getting that spark back, you know what I mean? That playfulness, that spark, that innocence, right? Two of Swords, making that decision, looking at, like I was saying, looking at those actions, those things that you're holding on to, those things that you're doing or not doing, and how are you presenting those, and looking at your partners, okay? And then Seven of Swords, I swear that card just keeps wanting to come out. That's deception, that's sneaking around, okay? Do you feel that you're doing that? Do you feel like your partner's doing that? Do you feel like you're not feeling fulfilled, okay? And then for this, some reason I felt this one too, which is the Six of Pentacles, which is that communication, which is evening things out. Do you feel like this relationship is one-sided? Do you feel like you're giving all the effort? Do you feel like that? Maybe your partner's feeling like they're giving all the effort. Are you kind of sitting back and you're expecting your partner to always reach out to you and make the effort? Is it time for you to make the effort? Kind of looking at that. I'm not saying or blaming either one side or person, but I feel like being in a relationship is being able to truly be open to what those energies that you are receiving, but that you are putting out. And what are those true energies that you're putting out? Is it positive? Is it helpful? And like I've said before, the 5 love languages book, where it has those 5 things, doesn't mean that it's everything, but it's at least that conversation of, in what order those things important to you? The words of affirmation, the quality time, the physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts. What are those things that are, how do you order those, right? And how does your partner order those? Do you know how your partner orders those? And are you fulfilling that for your partner? Does your partner know your order for those? Have you communicated that? And is your partner fulfilling that for you, And are you on the same page with that? Or I just feel like that's just such a great way to kind of figure out what it is that you want in a relationship, and to have that first start conversation, like, hey, what's most important to me is, words of affirmation, and you're never telling me anything positive. You know what I mean? It gets the conversation started, and making that effort, that if you're not feeling happy, if you're not feeling fulfilled, if you're not feeling satisfied, figuring out within you what are those things that you're feeling, and then what are those things that can be done to fix that. That's how you work on a relationship, any type of relationship, a friendship, a partnership with a family member, with coworkers, a partner, whatever, right? The relationship with yourself even. Because like I've been saying a lot in my other readings, is that, are you making the best decisions for yourself? Are you looking out for yourself? Are you making those choices for yourself that are making you happy, and showing yourself that you love yourself, and you're choosing good situations for yourself to learn and grow and be happy? So whatever that relationship is, just taking a look at that, looking at it from a different perspective, and getting back to that lightheartedness and fun that you used to have. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for more messages. And as always, be safe, be positive, and I will see you next time.